Good morning. Can everybody hear me? My name is Susie Buckley, and I'm a board member of the Expeditionary School at Black River. We're so excited to welcome you all here. This is a very, very special occasion, and I'm honored to be part of it. A few weeks ago when they asked me, a few weeks ago I had volunteered to be the MC, but then officially on Thursday they asked me if I would do the welcome, and they said make it short and sweet. So I'm short and sweet, so no, actually, I just want to say a couple things. It's hard for me to make it short and sweet, but I'll try. As an educator, I watched Taylor at Ludlow Elementary School and at Black River, and I had the honor of watching her on the sidelines grow. And this past year, I volunteered at the Expeditionary School and had the honor of being able to get see a little bit more of Taylor, and she's grown into become a beautiful and thoughtful and conscientious young woman. I've enjoyed working with you this past year, Taylor. And I just want to say that I am really, what I find to be really exciting about this is that it's going to be it's a historical event, I feel like. First graduating class or first graduating student of the Expeditionary School. And Taylor, years from now, we may celebrate our 25th or 50th anniversary of this school being open, and I hope you come and make the commencement speech. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Kendra Rickerby. I'm the head of school. Is this working? Okay. And an American cultural anthropologist, Margaret Mead, once said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world." Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Today, as the Expeditionary School at Black River graduates its first student, please take a moment and reflect on the fact that all of us here are among a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens who are changing the culture of public education in positive ways. Thank you for being here, for Taylor and for our school. I'm deeply honored to be here with you. At the start of this pilot year, when I first met the 15 students who were enrolled, I spontaneously referred to them as trailblazers, which they will always be and will continue to be called. Taylor, Dawson, Lydia, Aiden, Kaylin, Laurel, Carson, Damian, Wyatt, Josh, and Amanda are our trailblazers. These are the young minds who have made this pilot year a success, and they will be the leaders of our school's future, as well as its impact on the next wave of new students. Thank you to the Bixbys. I may mispronounce this, so correct me. The Constantines, Diane, and the Mayettes for trusting us with Taylor's senior year. This community has been strengthened by that trust. On a personal note, while today is Taylor's graduation day, I would be remiss to not take a moment and thank her grandmother, Deb Bixby, for helping me help this community. I moved here for the job with short notice, and I'm glad I did. Back in the fall, though, I was missing the area that I, as an adult, chose to call home, where I've lived for 20-some years. My life was in boxes and suitcases. Then, one autumn day, about a month into the school year, I pulled into our parking lot to find flowers and mums decorating our entrance. It took days for the trailblazers to tell me who had been our secret decorator. Deb's loving touch and Taylor's friendly conversation each morning has helped me transition into this new home, a new chapter of my career, and I'm forever grateful for this opportunity. That personal and emotional process is one that Taylor will now experience as she heads off to the University of Wyoming, where the mountains are much taller than what we are used to here in the Green Mountain State. Taylor, this community will always welcome you home. We are proud and admire your courage. Some of the trails you choose to walk may not always be smooth because that is just the way life is. Please remember, though, that no matter what detour life presents, that you are capable and smart and you have what it takes to persist toward your personal and professional goals. Know that everyone in this room today is here because they support you. I, for one, will be checking in monthly to make sure you are navigating the hoops of course registration and assignment completion with ease. Indeed, I learned from this year's admission process that the reliance on the internet for such things makes the process more complicated than I remember when I applied to college. That realization underscores why this school seeks to balance teaching technological skills with an appreciation for the natural environment. Thank you, Taylor, for illuminating how we will integrate curriculum going forward. Having had this opportunity to personalize your interest in veterinary sciences sets the stage for how we will offer structure to future Black River students. And thank you and Lydia for having the presence of mind to calm me down the day those two birds got stuck in the stairwell. I will never again leave the door that wide open on a spring morning. As Laurel said that day, the birds must really want to learn. From you, Taylor, we've learned a ton, and we look forward to hearing more about what you learn in college and beyond. Know that while the entrance doors will be shut, those doors are always open to you. Before we award you a diploma, if you would please come up and give your valedictorian speech. You may be the only student in this graduating class. That, though, does not diminish the fact that you are a class act who always demonstrates a valedictorian's respect for learning. Can you see this, or do you need a flashlight? Okay, great. Let me get out of here.
Hello and good morning, family, friends, fellow classmates, and teachers. For starters, I'm not a fan of giving speeches, but Kendra talked me into this one. I'd be lying if I said graduating by myself from a school with no more than 16 students and moving almost 2,000 miles away from home didn't scare me, but nonetheless, here we all are. At the start of my senior year, I was scared to think about how the year would pan out. I was moving to a new school and leaving my friends behind. By the time the first few weeks of school were over at ESBR, it started to grow on me. Attending this school has been one of the greatest opportunities I've had thus far. From the individualized learning to the many field trips, ESBR has not only given myself, but every other student that has walked through its doors a chance to spread our wings, both academically and socially. Even with the impact of COVID, ESBR has made many things possible, from attending school full-time 5 days a week, to getting everything in place for attending college and making this gathering possible. I am so thrilled to close this chapter in my life and open up another one full of opportunities, experiences, and friendships. To keep this short and sweet, I'm going to give thanks to the many people in my life who have pushed me to become the person that I am today. To you, Mom, I am my best friend, my partner in crime, and guardian angel. There are no words to express how thankful I am for everything you have done. You may not be sitting here today with all of us, but I know you're watching down on me on this special day. Without your guidance, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I love you to the moon and back. Graham, I want to thank you for stepping up and taking both Dawson and I under your wing. You have pushed us both to be better people, and you have truly shaped us into pretty okay kids. I love you. Uncle Kevin and Aunt Devin, I love you both so much. Thank you for the endless fishing trips and fun-filled summers. P.S., no matter the situation, I will always remain Switzerland. Aunt Di, I'm going to miss the yearly camping trips and great escape trips, and the countless bug bites to go along with it. Love you. To Dave, thank you for the many memories made camping and the laughs, and we can't forget the fishing trips, of course. Love you, big guy. To Harper, Owen, Grant, and Carter, you kids keep me on my toes, that's for sure. But I love you guys more than you'll ever know. Keep up the good work, and you guys will go great places. Dawson, where do I even start? You may bully me like all the time and think you're way better at hunting and fishing than I am. But in the end, you're still my little brother. Aim for the turkeys and keep your line out of the trees, and you may become pretty good someday. To Big Dill, Julie, and Sawyer, Over the past few years, we have become pretty close. Dill, I know you, but in the end, you wouldn't want to spend your time with any other crazy cow and goat mama. Julie, thank you for the many field trips to Tractor Supply for ducklings and chicks. I'm going to miss you, that's for sure. And Sawyer James, I'm glad Dada and I have you to pal around with. Love you guys. Lydia, you may be the only person I know that can easily spend hundreds of dollars on Dunkin' within a few months. I'm pretty sure you have my coffee order engraved into your head at this point. Thank you for the almost daily Dunkin' coffees and many laughs. Even though you're a huge pain, I still love you, kid. Pops, where do I start? You have grown to become a second dad to me. From the many, many laughs to the cramped rides in front of Old White and the amazing food off the cooker. I'm going to miss you. I'm expecting some good old mac and cheese before I leave for Wyoming. Kendra, the amount of effort you put into this school to make this school possible is astonishing. You took this job in a new town that you didn't know and started teaching a group of kids you never met. Without your help throughout the year, I wouldn't have made it to where I am today. Thank you for everything. Last but definitely not least, to my best friend and sister at this point, Tori. I knew when I walked into Miss Helberg's class on the first day of 5th grade, we would become the greatest of friends. We definitely have our ups and downs, as all friendships do, but we find a way to get through them and come out stronger on the other end. Thank you for the many fun-filled weekends and Ravex trips. I can't truly express how much our friendship means to me. I may be leaving in a few short months, but don't worry, I'm not leaving for good. I will most definitely be back to see you. I love you the most, T. To the rest of my family, friends, classmates, and teachers, thank you for all the effort you have put in to get me where I am today. Thank you.
With the accomplishment of earning this diploma, we also have a special announcement that we would like to present before we actually give you your diploma. Kevin, if you would, the local Rotary President, Kevin Barnes.
Good morning. Today, the Ludlow Rotary Club is awarding a scholarship to a student pursuing higher education at an accredited institution. Selection of our recipients was weighed on the following criteria: scholastic achievement, financial need, realistic goals, extracurricular activities, and community service. Each were being equally weighted. Additionally, the recipient must reside in a town within a service area of Ludlow, Cavendish, Plymouth, or Mount Holly. Over the past years, the Ludlow Rotary has awarded over $280,000 worth of scholarships to local students. It is my pleasure to present the scholarship as follows. Our Ludlow Rotary Club's traditional scholarship in the amount of $1,000 is awarded to Taylor Mayette.
Surprise. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees and all who have worked to make today possible, it's my esteemed honor to award to you the first diploma of the Expeditionary School at Black River. Thank you, Taylor. Congratulations. Go ahead. You can take it. Thanks. As I ask that we also take this moment to recognize the time and effort that a small group of committed citizens put forth to make today possible for our school and for Taylor. The following individuals are who Margaret Mead spoke about in her quote above. It is because of them that this year came to be and that I was hired to be here. These citizens blazed the trails of bureaucracy, did the paperwork, and raised the money needed to be open this year and are raising more funds to sustain the future so that trailblazers like Taylor can now walk forward. Thanks to this committed group of citizens, starting with Taylor, we are able to call this current generation of Black River students trailblazers. To our current Board of Trustees, please stand and remain standing until all are recognized. Susie Buckley, our chair. Megan Harlow Jenkins, vice chair, is not able to be here today. Shout out to her. Julie Abraham, our treasurer. Pat Pullinen, local educator and veteran board member. Kristen Garvey, who's up in the podium making sure our sound system works. That's not a podium, the balcony, sorry, thank you. Melissa Perino and Marissa Selleck, who's also who's also not able to be here today. Your faith in and dedication to the school community has made today possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And when I step down, I will give you cards. We'd also like to recognize those board members who contributed in years past, some of which I have yet to meet, so nice to meet you. Mr. John Bannon, Summer Williams, Sean Williams, and Uli Donahue. Thank you, John, for being here. We appreciate it. And last but not least, we are grateful for our teachers who are here today. Ms. Susan and Hafner, Sherry Geimer, Kate Lamb, and Arthur Randolph from People's United Bank. Our school community appreciates you, and we couldn't have done this year without you. Today's ceremony will conclude with a live performance from one of our performing arts specialists, Ms. Susan Hafner, and a rising ninth grader, Kaylin Kennedy. If you'd please come forward to sing A Road Not Taken. Taylor's family, these mason jars filled with flowers are for you. I'm going to let Lydia and Dawson make sure that those who should get them, because they've helped me organize that. Taylor, congratulations. You've graduated high school. You're off.